Yeah, good. Hey, they say that Double-A is sort of kind of the proving ground. It's the put up or shut up level in professional baseball.
They say or you say?
No, I'm just saying that's been the word around baseball.
That's the word around town. Okay.
But how are you finding this level to be? What kind of a challenge is this level?
I think it's a great league, great level, a lot of great competition. Been having a lot of fun. Obviously, it's just my second year in ball, so I don't know how to compare it to everything, but a lot of great players. So.
Tim, as you come into different cities like this, obviously you're getting a lot of attention, but this is a team game. You're just one of the guys. How do you kind of handle that?
I don't really do anything different. I just go to the cage, work, train, have the same routine as I always would, regardless where we're at. And if fans show up, then that's great. You appreciate the support, but I've also realized that there's some fans that'll just as quickly turn around and boo you. So I don't get too high or too low with the fans that show up. Although it is special. A lot of places we go, there are a lot of different people from our night to shine or our foundation or people that show up. That definitely means a lot to me.
Did the fact you had to deal with this in another sport, this kind of attention, does that help you now at this level here?
Without a doubt. I think just being able to handle highs and lows at a very high level with a lot of scrutiny for a long time, I think that helps you, and hopefully it's something I can help some of these younger guys with, because they might have played a lot more baseball than me, but they probably haven't gone necessarily through the same scrutiny, and so I can kind of sometimes coach them or help them understand a little bit of the highs and lows, and it's not always the end of the world.
Tim, what's the biggest difference in, from you've come up through some tough levels, Florida State League, I covered that league. What's the biggest difference in Tim Tebow, baseball player, right now, and say a year ago?
Me or the league?
You as a baseball player.
I think I'm getting more comfortable in every area of the game. Little things, getting jumps in the outfield, feel a lot more comfortable out there on the base path, seeing pitches, deciphering pitches. But still feel like I got a long ways to go, and so, but I also feel like I'm making progress every series, every couple series, so that feels good.
So I'm an international adoptee. I see part of your foundation is providing grants for families looking to internationally adopt kids with special needs. Why is that something special to you?
Well, my life was changed when I was 15 years old, and I met a boy who had special needs, and he was looked at by his community as cursed, as less than and insignificant, and that really broke my heart. And ever since then, I wanted to fight for people that couldn't fight for themselves, and that's one way we do it. We try to do that in any way possible, and it's the most important thing to me in my life.
Tim, what do you enjoy the most about minor leagues? This is not the glamorous life. You're on the bus all the time.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about life on the road.
Well, life on the road. I sometimes try to get maybe a tiny bit of sleep, some phone calls, or maybe some Netflix or movies watched, or play a game or something. But I think for me, why you did it, your original question is, I love competing. I'm passionate about it and I enjoy it. I love the competition, the work, the sweat, the grind of it, and so I enjoy all of those aspects.
Tim, a little bit news of the day. The Eagles were supposed to be at the White House today, disinvited. What's your take on that?
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to the news too much. I guess I don't really have a take on that.
Well, let's say things go perfectly for you, you make the major leagues, and your team wins the championship, and you're invited. Would you go?
I see what you did there, man. I like it.
You're on your way.
Got to do your job.
Tim, people either love you or hate you. No one's really neutral on you. How's that
That's
contributed?
Kind of intense. They love me or they hate me?
Yeah, no one's neutral on you. No.
Like nobody.
No one's neutral.
Okay.
How do you feel that's contributed to the man and leader you are today, and how does that motivate you to be a role model for others?
It's a big, deep question. I feel like hearing a lot of praise or a lot of criticism, scrutiny, whatever you want to call it, I think it makes you always stay somewhere in between, and you kind of understand how to deal with the highs and the lows. It's never as good as it seems, it's never as bad as it seems, and I think also, and probably most importantly, is I know that who I am as a person and whose I am doesn't come from what other people say, doesn't come from what fans say, or even the media. It comes from my relationship with God, my relationship with my family, and what I believe I was put on this earth to do. And so I think when my focus is on what's important, what has true meaning, then everything else just kind of falls by the wayside. It's not as important anymore.
You've been to Central PA before?
I've been around this area a few times.
I was going to say, is the plus side to being at this level in the minors in general, you get to see some places that you haven't experienced before, right?
I mean, yeah, there's some places. I don't think I've ever been to Trenton. We head there next, I believe. So, yeah, we're seeing some new places.
Double A, you don't really get heckled a lot by opposing fans. I'm just wondering.
You don't?
With your celebrity status, I mean, whether if you're playing in Trenton or up in Binghamton, whether there's an Ohio State fan, maybe if they take exception to you maybe being out on the field a little bit. Did you get that a little bit more?
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, people, you know, they'll want to heckle you because of, you know, whatever. They're a fan of a different team or something you stood up for. But, you know, what's funny is sometimes I'll see the same people heckling me. They'll be waiting in line to try to get a picture. So I really don't pay too much attention either way to it. And it's just, you know, I just try to stay focused on the game.
Do you have any cool stories of interaction with fans or anything, you know?
I think my favorite stories are a lot of the special needs kids that'll come out to games, or there'll be groups of special needs kids or groups of orphans that come out that we're a part of, and I think that is what means the most to me.
Tim, what advice do you have for young leaders?
For young leaders, you're not a leader by your title. A lot of people feel like they're given a title and that gives them leadership, but true leadership only comes when people follow you. And I don't believe people follow titles. I believe people follow passion and courage. And I feel like so many times people just want a title so other people look up to them instead of working and earning people's respect. And by respect, then people will follow you because they're doing it for the right reason, not because you're telling them something.
How do you maintain a balance of faith in the sports culture you're immersed in?
Well, I think first and foremost, I'm not an athlete that is a Christian. I'm a Christian that happens to play baseball or football or whatever it is, and so that's not something that changes wherever I go, or whatever field I'm on or diamond that I'm on. That's just who I am, and I bring that with me in whatever I do.
Thanks, Tim.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. God bless.
We get the heckling too.
Yeah, I know you do. For that Fu Manchu, you'll get a little bit.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.